Well, welcome to the 700 Club. Hezbollah tried to kill Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu this weekend. The terror group launched 3 explosive drones at his private residence. One of them hit the target.
Neither the prime minister nor his wife were at the home when the drone struck. Netanyahu says the attack won't stop him from finishing Israel's war with Iran's proxy armies. Chris Mitchell reports from Jerusalem.
Iran is denying it tried to kill Benjamin Netanyahu after a drone struck his private home in Caesarea this weekend.
3 unmanned aerial vehicles penetrated from Lebanon. 2 of them were shot down, and the 3rd hit a building in Caesarea in an attempt to hit the prime minister.
Netanyahu and his wife Sarah were not home at the time. After the attack, he went on social media.
And we're continuing our battle with Iran's other terrorist proxies. We're going to win this war.
So will something deter you?
No.
Israel is blaming the Islamic regime in Iran and says it will pay. It's already expected to retaliate soon for Iran firing 181 ballistic missiles at the Jewish state on October 1st. In the aftermath of the elimination of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, hundreds of Hamas terrorists are shown surrendering in this video from the northern Gaza Strip. Israel sent thousands of leaflets encouraging Hamas terrorists to surrender, and the former CEO of SodaStream offered $100,000 and safe passage to anyone releasing a live hostage. A top Hamas official says the terror group isn't giving up and insists no hostages will be freed till the IDF leaves Gaza.
The Hamas movement will continue with the covenant of the founding leaders.
That covenant, outlined in the Hamas charter, calls for exterminating all Jews in Israel and wiping out their nation. He said Hamas will keep trying to commit mass slaughters like October 7th. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, the IDF is pummeling Hezbollah infrastructure, training bases, tunnels, and says it won't stop.
So far, more than 1,500 Hezbollah operatives have been eliminated. We are not stopping. We are at war and attacking all the places that Hezbollah uses for terrorism.
Overnight, the IDF targeted Hezbollah financial institutions to rob the terror group of its economic oxygen. In the U.S., presidential candidate Kamala Harris is rejecting the claim. She believes the IDF is committing genocide in Gaza. During a campaign stop, she responded to a pro-Palestinian protester who accused the administration of not speaking about genocide. She said, "What he is talking about, it's real, and I respect his voice." Former Israeli Ambassador Michael Oren called what Harris said a very dangerous precedent, and was the first time that the White House has been linked to a libel that threatens Israel's legitimacy. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, you look at this and you shake your head. How in the world could you ever say that? How could any leader of America say that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza? It's not. It's quite clear. Even if you accept the Gaza Ministry of Health numbers, it's just not sufficient to rise to this level of genocide that you're trying to wipe out a people group. If anything, they're trying to protect the citizens there. What army drops leaflets saying, "Flee, we're getting ready to attack this area"? What army goes out of its way to make sure that in every single strike and all that it's doing is trying to make sure that no civilians are there? And when you look at what Hamas has done, using civilians as human shields, intentionally putting their headquarters near hospitals, inside of schools, inside of UNRWA headquarters, you go, well, how in the world can you come to the conclusion that this is some kind of genocide? The genocide is all on the other side. And to hear a current leader of Hamas say, we adhere to the original charter, and in that original charter it says we are dedicated to wiping out Israel and killing every single Jew. Well, that's where the genocide is. It's not in Israel, it's in Gaza, and it's in Hamas, and that is what has started this war. We have to stand with Israel. That's the right place to stand. And for any politician, any member of any administration to entertain the notice that somehow or other the other side has a valid point, no, it's all their propaganda, and it's absolutely stunning to me that it would be acknowledged as somehow there's some truth to it. No. They have consistently resisted the Israeli state, going all the way back to the League of Nations and the San Remo resolution. Instead of coming to peace, instead of recognizing along with the international community that the Jewish people have a right to self-existence and self-preservation, and they have that right in their ancestral homeland, instead of doing that, they've been waging war again and again and again. They call it jihad, and they view it as a moral, religious obligation to wipe Israel off the map. We need to stand with Israel. She needs it more than ever.